Hi there. Welcome to our channel. You're Doing What? A channel dedicated to RVing full-time or part-time if you want, and in your senior years, in your old fart years. Uh, get up and go. And have your friends ask you, you're doing what? Today I'm going to talk to you about actual time spent in the RV and the challenges of that. So my husband and I have been married 47 years, and we've done tons of traveling. We've done tons of traveling all over the world, and then we've owned RVs for about 25 years. So we're used to being in close quarters and putting up with each other when the other person gets crabby or annoying or whatever. Just being human. So an RV has particular challenges about that because there's no escape. And on a cruise ship, you can say, oh, I'm going to go for a walk around the top deck, and actually be on the 10th deck and say, oh, I thought I said the 10th deck. Anyway, there's that. I find that I'm the one who kind of needs some private time more often than my husband does. So what I have learned to do is, yeah, go for a walk. That's certainly one thing. But I will just get in the car and go for 2 or 3 hours and have some just time to myself where I maybe do a little shopping or get my hair cut and just enjoy my alone time. The other thing we can do, both of us will do occasionally, this RV, this coach is 43 feet, and there is room. There's a living area, and then there's a master bedroom area. So we can kind of get away from each other that way too, and have some quiet time. One of us likes to watch television more than the other one. I like to put my earbuds in and listen to podcasts and all kinds of different stuff. So that's a way for us to do that. We'll just spend an hour or 2 hours doing our own thing in another part of the RV or outside. Now, down in Florida right now, it's too hot to be out during the day. We've really had some hot, humid weather. But many, many places have beautiful weather, and sitting outside is awesome. It's what I always loved about camping when we used to tent camp and go with friends. We'd sit around outside and build a campfire and talk, and the women would go off and do their thing, and the guys would go off and do their thing, and it was really fun. So we find a way to do that even now. But it's important because you can really get on each other's nerves, and a lot of people don't want to admit that, but it's true. And so don't let things build up to the point where you just feel like a screaming Mimi and you can't take it anymore and run out the door and say, I'll be back in 3 days. Take care of that ahead of time. Figure out a plan for that, for those times when you need some alone time, and talk about it. For sure, talk about it, because sometimes my husband, I think his feelings were hurt when I'd say, I can't take this anymore. I've got to go have some alone time. I don't want to hear any noise or anyone talking to me. So talking about it helped. He then understood it's not personal to him. It's just, I need some alone time. And don't be afraid to talk about it and ask for it, or there will be problems, because you are cooped up together in a pretty small space 24/7, and it's important. The second thing that is important is trying to keep a tidy space in such a small environment. When you're in a big house, you can kind of put things, you can let a closet get kind of out of control, or my bedside table, if I didn't have 3 books on it and all kinds of other crap, it just didn't feel right. But you can't do that in an RV, because the clutter just accumulates before you know it. So we have been really trying, and it's helping, to, if we pick something up, we put it away as soon as we've finished using it, and not just set it down to put away later. It's immediate, and that has really helped a lot to keep that in mind, because you can get messy, and I don't like a mess. I like a rather fairly neat environment, and I get crabby if there's mess around. So that's a way to handle that, to immediately do the dishes after dinner, to immediately put things away after you've cooked, before you go to bed. Because getting up in the morning and seeing a mess in a motorhome is way different than getting up in the morning and looking at the dishes that you forgot to do that are in a great big sink, instead of flowing out of a little tiny sink in the motorhome in an RV. It's a different thing. So I would suggest that you find a way to do that. And that kind of goes along with the minimalist life and my little favorite channel, Minimal Mom. If you don't have a lot of stuff, there's not a lot of stuff to put away. And I can't tell you how liberating that is to not have all that stuff around. Who needs 30 pair of shoes? I mean, really, even when you're living in a house, no one needs that. No one. Well, maybe the Queen of England needs that, but I mean, I certainly don't. And I don't even wear heels anymore, so whatever. I don't really need that many shoes. A couple pair of flip-flops and a pair of tennies, and I'm good to go. But it helps to put away. Pick something up, put it away. The other thing, your outside area in RV parks. Sometimes RV parks have lots of rules, and they're very picky about what you can leave outside, and I don't mind that. That's fine. But just be aware of whatever little rules any particular private RV park might have. And when you're in state, federal, county, city parks, leave your site better than you found it. That was an old Boy Scout, Girl Scout motto. Leave something better than you found it. And I really believe that about our national park system and state park system, that you come, you enjoy, and you leave it better than you found it. Private RV parks, we always do pick up after ourselves, but it's not a sense that you're, if you happen to forget and leave a chair out accidentally, like you're abusing a trust that you have as a taxpayer to a park system. So just try to be neat outside as well. And again, you don't need all that stuff. You don't need all the decoration. Some of you love it. We have our 2 little chairs. We have a table and a little table and an outdoor rug, and we're good to go. I don't put up a lot of decoration, so because I don't want to take it down. So we didn't bring any. All right, that's I think all I really have to say today. I hope you're having a terrific day, and that one of these days you will have a friend say to you, "You're doing what?" Adios.